Now then, I've just looked at my hair on the screen. I don't normally look at my hair a lot, and let's just wind this thing up a bit nearer my mouth. That's it. And a bit too high there. Okay. It frightened me a bit, so I rung up the lady who cuts the hair for me, cuts my hair, and she's only got tomorrow. Well, we decided to go out tomorrow to a Porto Verde, so that's out. So the next chance is a week on Tuesday. Can you imagine what it's going to look like back a week on Tuesday? You know, as it gets long, when it gets longer, it grows like mad. Anyway, never mind. I'm looking at the camera. This is the second part of cladding the walls of the shed under the trees. Well, it's on the trees, really. The shed's mounted on the trees. But it's under the trees, if you know what I mean. So, second part. Okay, we start cladding it. It isn't quite finished because I don't want to make it too long and boring, you know. So, it's just... we're starting to clad it, and it just gives you a bit of few tips, and it's a few mistakes. And anyway, I hope it's interesting. It's only a few minutes long. And then we're going to follow it by just finishing it off and show you some of the uses that the shed has been put to since it's been smartened up. Okay, hope you enjoy this. I can set this camera up to record some of my antics. See if I can get it set up. It's on the back of a boat here. If I can, that's pretty level actually, isn't it? Now if I can set it up to record some of my antics while... Oh, there we are, how's that? Has it got some sound? Yes. Okay, right, now I've got to... Yeah, we're going to do... Right, we decided the plastic sheet's going to... The bigger sheet's going to go in the bottom. And then the fiddling around with offcuts and bits is going to be at the top. So I'm just setting up a horizontal bit to go and hold the 2 metre sheets in the bottom here. I actually put some sheeting on before lunch, I think. So bear with me. I've got a bracket here that I used. We're reusing things. This piece of wood is a damn good bit, so I'm going to use that to hold the 2 metre. There's 2 metres. Now then, we don't want too much overlap. There are 2 metres there. That's at the bottom. That's at the maximum, and it's going to climb as it goes along. So at the further end there, we're going to need smaller sheets at the top. Good. So what's the limit we could have here? About there. I'll put some screws in. If it's not spot on, then we can put some more in later, or move it. These are all the screws I was using previously, taken out, so they're going in again. They're crossheads, but they're not bad. You can hear the crossheads. I don't like them really, but they're there. I can use them. Not a huge amount of weight on this or anything. It's just carrying the wood. Right. Oh, you're in the way. Oh, okay. That'll have come off. There's a bugger, that is. Never mind. That's holding, it's a piece of wood holding the holding this bamboo up. My extension-y piece. It'll have to be cut off. Nothing. Right. That's it. Steps. I don't want to disappear out of picture when the steps collapse. Come on then, bend. That's it. It's a damn useful tool, that, isn't it? Yes. Right, here we go again. There's a convenient piece of wood at the other side. I don't think it's... Did I cut enough off? Only just. Now what's it like for levelness? Let's have a look. Crumbs. That's almost spot on. Blinking good, that. Blinking good. Right, we'll secure this end with some screws. Oh dear, my arm's not very good at that height. Now we'll have to get steps. Arm won't extend. I broke the shoulder and the arm doesn't extend very well. It won't lift up very high. Needs a bit of help. Soft ground here, so I'm putting the steps on a piece of wood. There we are, right. That's better. Now then, how are we going to fix it? Push the wood in. Hold it with your head. And fix the screw in. We're going to have to drill it first. Drill some little holes. One. There is one there. Yep, that'll do. Gosh, these chucks are good, aren't they? Right, let's try again. Good. Secure. Let's look at this other end. Now, this is looking a bit awkward. This is right where the bamboo is. Phew. Let's have a look. It's very convenient having the hole to crawl through, I must admit, is very convenient. Ah dear. Need to get above that. Oh, I know, big ladder. Here we are. Above that, pull the bamboo towards me. It's a coach screw that's going in there into the tree. So I need to knock it in with a hammer for a start. Start the thread off and then wind it in. Okay, that coach screws in. So theoretically we could actually begin to put a sheet up, offer it up and see if it fits. Here I've got the fittings, the screwing gadgets. These things they bore a hole in the plastic, and they're for metal as well, and they've got a little thing on that screws up to it and saves it getting crushed. And there's a thing that goes in the drill. These are the plastic sheets. They're quite thin, so they do need well supporting, but also they're flexible. You have to be careful. Pretty good. Pretty good. Now, is that fairly level at the top? Spot on, Ski. Right, I'm going to put a screw in to hold it. Right. Stop it falling down. Now I'm going to need these steps out here just to take me up to put the top screws in. They're quite easy to clad. I'll show you the outside of these one I've done. You can see what they look like. They look good. I say they've got UV protection, so they will last. Will last me long enough. I mean, I've got some that are used on the roof of the greenhouse, 15 to 18 years. You know, so they're pretty good. You know what? I've got it inside out. It's inside out. That's the overlap. Should be the way around. Never mind. Sorry, if you don't check levelness, because if you don't watch out, it runs out at the end and you run out of this timber that you're using to screw it to. And now that's got 3 in the top, which is enough for the moment. Keep losing my trousers. This is Dr. Gonde's belt. I'm using it, keeps the where the operations were here, to cut out the cancer. Then it's all a bit weak still. Ooh, it's a year, just over a year since the first one, and 6, 7, 8, 9 months since the last one. So, but it's all these big holes still. It takes a while for the muscle to rebuild, and it hasn't totally got there. So if I'm doing anything involving lifting or pushing or pulling, or then the muscles are weak and there's holes, you see. So hence the belt. And Dr. Gonde is my surgeon. Right, we'll move the stool, put some in this level. The bit down the side's got an overlap. I can bend it round and onto this one. It's flexible enough for that. pretty good actually. That's pretty good. I'll keep the weather out of that corner, definitely. I can put screws in all these bottom ones because this isn't going to have any, this is permanent now. That's good. Okay, next one. It's quite secure in there. These at the top here, there's only 2 screws in there because there's a bit to come down from the top and overlap it, and then put a line of screws in to hold it steady. The second one, it does look tidy. Once this is finished, it'd be really good. Going to need to dig a little bit out here because it won't sit level. One in the bottom where it joins. Just to stop it falling down. Well, hey, that's level. That's pretty good. Find some more screws. That's pretty good. Again, only a couple of screws in the top because just to hold it secure. I mean, hope to come back. No, it won't be tomorrow. Tell you about tomorrow in a bit. But if it's windy or anything like that, then just make sure it's secure so that it isn't going to blow apart. Did tell you, don't entertain the clear plastic, the really cheap stuff, because it cracks and splits and it won't last. You need this with the fiberglass reinforcing. This is ever so thin. I don't 2-3 mil thick. You got to be careful putting it up and don't knock the ends and things like that. But once it's on a frame and secure, okay. It's early start time now because it's yesterday. Temperature yesterday, it reached 35 degrees in the afternoon, maybe a bit more. In the shade when we're having lunch, it's 27 in the shade. And in the evening out in the garden, we had our supper, some toasted sandwiches at about 8 o'clock, 27 degrees. So the forecast, it's going to go back a bit more as it should be for April, but it's showing you what it can do here. So we get up early, so up at 7:30 and dog walking by 8 and starting work by, well, after wash the pots and had a cup of coffee, starting work by 9:15. It's now 11:30 and I've done quite a lot, cleared all this out, and I've got, this is the 3rd sheet going up, so we can see afternoons get hot. It's going to be hotter today than it was yesterday, forecast said. So although we're in the shade here, I could be able to do a bit more here this afternoon. We'll see. Right, so here we go. We're going to have to do some fiddling around this tree. As you can see, the tree's in the way. So I'm going to go work round it. Okay, if I go right up behind the tree, it will go just behind the tree. It'll go to this upright, this bit here, and it'll get right in there, so it'll provide weather protection. Adequate, but I just might have to cut a little bit out to get it round here. Well, no, here actually. Oh, it's nearly there. It's nearly there. It's nearly there. It's only like half a curve. It's only like half a curve away from getting in there. Oh, I tell you what. I got the answer. Unscrew that batten. Unscrew it, slide in behind and tighten it up again. Yeah. There we are. That didn't work. That's the problem with coach screws, look. It's gone into, well, growing wood, I suppose. And it didn't like it, so they're not that strong. But anyway, that isn't the end of the world. What I'm going to use is a bracket, just an angle bracket. Once I've got that plastic secured in there, because it's actually mounted, I'll show you. Let's have a quick look, show you what the problem is. It's easily surmountable. Are you still working? Yes, got volume, good, right. There's the plastic, it isn't secured yet, look, it's about to blow away. Is it on close up or something? There's a wedge, look. So I'm going to push that in the slot and then push the plastic behind it. I'm going to switch off and push the plastic behind it, screw it up tight, and then put the batten back and fasten it with a bracket. There we are then. That's just, we're not quite finished cladding it. I've got to do the top parts, but you see, that was a Saturday, and 2 or 3 weeks ago now, the Sunday was the annual banquet for the old folks in our town. You've got to be over 75 to get into this banquet. I've been going a year or two now, but it's free. It's provided by the organised by the Mairie, and it's paid for by the Comité de Fête, who have all these fundraising events during the year. At the end of this month, they've got a big vide-grenier car boot sale. The whole town is full of people coming selling things, and of course they sell the spaces, you see. And then in July they've got a big sit-down meal in the middle of the town, where over 1,000 people sit down together one evening and eat together. And then at the end of July they've got a big fête de partage, where it's thrashing day, all antique machines and tractors, and another big car boot sale and all sorts. So all that money helps to go to pay for things in the town. So tomorrow, this is Sunday, it's a banquet. It is too, a real banquet. It's a fantastic do. Lots of courses and nice wine, and about 130 people sitting down together. So there we are. So that's the end of that little video. Don't forget Buzzsprout. We're just doing a bit of publicity for Buzzsprout. These are the audio stories. You can download them. There's about 200 of them. You can download them to anything you like and listen to them when you like, where you like. You'll find them on the website. Look for the audio stories subheading, and then click on it, click on the link, and the whole great list comes up. So you can choose whatever you like from all these stories and enjoy them when you like. So they're quite free, and some of them are quite amusing. So I hope you enjoy that. Thank you for being with us today. Until next time, cheerio.